Cancer. Hi, Cancers. This is your 2021 year ahead spread. I'm finally getting to the last two readings here. So we have yours and then Capricorn. And funny enough, you were the last full moon and Capricorn was the latest new moon. So I'm still catching up on these, but you know, everything happens when it's supposed to. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, which is an air sign, but that was the energy that I saw right at the beginning. What are the messages for Cancers? Look at you showing up there, King of Cups. Okay, so we have one card for each month. We'll clarify as needed, and then we'll get a couple oracle guidance cards at the end. As always, if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe at any point. There are also ways to donate to support this channel, book a reading, all that good information is down below. Okay. I do also feel like you may be disconnecting from an earth sign. As I said that, the Queen of Pentacles reverse came up. So we'll get into that. And if you are, or, you know, if it's not sort of talking about another person, an external energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to create room here. This could be talking about sort of your own, you know, sense of stability, security, your own sense of grounding. So that may be sort of a focal point for you this year. You see that Ace of Cups coming up reverse, right? So that can be talking about self-love sometimes, okay? So we know that you are a water sign, Cancers, okay? And there you are showing up. You showed up at the beginning with the King of Cups. You're showing up there at the end of the year with the Queen of Cups. So that feels good by the time we get to December. Your overarching energy is the Death card reversed. Okay, I feel like this, again, it could have to do with disconnecting from a person, from a situation. Again, picking up on earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Again, I'll be doing Capricorn just after this. Could also be a Scorpio here with that Death card. And sometimes, you know, Scorpio and Libra sit right next to each other, or it could be talking about sort of a karmic completion, karmic justice kind of coming about in a connection. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this could be, you know, could be someone from your past, could be someone you've dealt with before. I mentioned you might be dealing with a fire sign as well. We see the 9 of Wands here, Sagittarius energy, could be Aries or Leo as well. And I saw the 8 of Swords at the bottom of that deck. So it could be a situation, you know, that feels sort of stuck or stagnant. It's not going anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere, or it's always sort of like, you know, same shit, different day kind of energy. Okay, excuse my language. At any rate, so in January, you have the 2 of Wands, okay? So you could be sort of faced with making this choice or a decision right now. This energy has been very prominent in a collective sense, not just the Cancer collective, but overarching, I would say, pretty much since like the end of last year. I forget which moon it was specifically, but it was like one of the moon readings, one of the new moon or full moon readings towards the tail end of last year, that I started feeling and picking up on this energy quite heavily. And it was almost as if the universe was asking you, you know, or asking us, like, do you want to sort of continue down the same path, down the same road that you have already been on, right? Experiences, people you've already dealt with from the past, where you sort of know where it will go, where it will end, or are you sort of ready to try something new here, right? And again, all of us have free choice and free will. There really is no necessarily wrong answer, right? It's just really, like I say this a lot, it's like what's right or wrong for you, right? So in February, you have the Prince of Wands reverse. Again, more fire energy coming out here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Of course, you could be disconnecting from someone who may have earth, fire, perhaps even water in their chart here, right, with some of these cards. So this Prince of Wands, it could sort of indicate, you know, not sort of, I'm almost getting like the word like reignite, because again, it sort of feels like someone you're either already dealing with, someone you dealt with before in the past, or sort of, you know, if it's not a person, again, it's sort of a situational kind of thing. And it just feels like you're choosing not to sort of restart, or not, again, sort of of going down that road. Notice how with this Two of Wands, right, one wand has to be selected here, right? Twos represent choices, decisions. Eventually that choice, that decision has to be made. And I do feel like you're sort of deciding, you know, who or what it is that you're working to let go of here. We do have air energy coming into the reading too, right? With this King of Swords reverse here in the month of March. So this King of Swords reverse, you know, anytime I see a swords card kind of in reverse, it can be talking about a couple of different things. One, there could be sort of blocked communication or like a strain in sort of communication. Sometimes this can even talk about, you know, someone whose communication perhaps isn't necessarily straightforward, right? I don't want to necessarily call anyone a liar here. This will likely be one of the cards that we clarify, but it could be, you know, someone that you're dealing with, or again, you know, this may be you just sort of like holding back your thoughts and your feelings and opinions right now, not necessarily communicating what it is that you may be thinking. Could also, again, represent an air energy. And we did see Libra at the earlier part of the reading, right? But I am getting that here in March. Okay. I do also feel like, you know, usually when that King of Swords, Queen of Swords is upright, right, it's a very sort of determinative, decisive kind of energy. So, you know, choosing to pursue something or choosing to not, right? Choosing to cut something off. So I just feel like you might be, you know, it's either that, you know, you're maybe faced with a little bit of indecision, right? And again, we do have this decision-making energy right forefront at the beginning of the year, or it's like you've already made the decision, right? You're already moving on. You're already sort of, you know, you've already made the decision and you're already sort of moving into the next step. The next energy that you have here is the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So again, could be connecting or talking about an earth sign, an earth energy, right? Or this could be talking about sort of your own sense of stability, of grounding. So I'm getting like sort of two messages here. Okay. So again, for those of you, you know, where this is sort of about your sense of stability, your sense of grounding, it almost feels like there's like a change in sort of perspective that's required, right? Almost like, what is it that you think makes you, you know, stable, abundant, and solid, right? That almost seem to be sort of like projections, maybe societal projections, maybe familial projections. And it's almost like the shift in perspective, right? The shift in sort of the thinking or the mind space that's required is sort of rethinking what that looks like for you, right? Almost like redefining it, right? So that it's not sort of defined by basically external parameters, right? And so I feel like this, you know, very sort of deep sense of, again, introspection and developing sort of grounding habits for yourself, right? You know, the usual suspects that I always talk about: yoga, journaling, you know, meditation, of course. But, you know, it could be any number of things, really. It's really like whatever works for you in terms of like your own, again, sense of stability. Think along the lines of self-care, right? So I'm just getting that. The other thing that I'm getting here, so again, some of you, it's like you may be disconnecting from an earth energy, right? And I say that because we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed here. So again, Virgo specifically for me with the Queen of Pentacles, but could be Capricorn or Taurus as well. For a very, very small minority of you, like I don't really feel like this is the case overall, okay? For a very small minority of you, sometimes Nine of Pentacles, right, is considered kind of a pre-empress energy, right? Someone who is going from, for all intents and purposes, a state of singlehood to a state of commitment. That may be the case here, okay? And that sort of ending or like closure, you know, type of energy that I could be seeing could just be talking about closing out a certain stage, all right, or a certain state of your life, moving into the next stage, okay? Again, that feels like for like a minority, okay? So the next card that's coming up is the Strength, okay? This is coming up in May. Fire energy here, right? And this is saying that, you know, it almost seems like I'm not sure, like obviously the situation is going to be different for everyone, what those, what those first few cards are representing, but it almost feels like whatever this is, this choice, this decision that needs to be made, the direction that you're going into feels like kind of like a test of strength, right? It's sort of like a challenge maybe, or like a lesson that you have to go through. Again, for some of you, this is just talking about going to the next level, right? So, in that way, it's like a little bit less challenging perhaps. Even that said, right, it's not like nothing in life is like a cakewalk, right? So, but for a lot of you, again, I feel like this is more so talking about like the more immediate energies of the year and how you're going to feel come springtime, right? Having sort of like done the hard work here. Okay. I almost heard too, like almost like getting back to a sense of balance. Okay. And this could be really about, again, in terms of, that grounding energy, balancing out your own energies, right? And this would be sort of a nice dichotomy between your water energy and fire energy, right? And making sure that all those elemental energies are balanced within you. You have the 7 of Pentacles coming up here in June. So just sort of on a more straightforward, tangible level, for some of you, this 9 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, it could be talking about, maybe challenges that are coming up for you financially this year. Okay. Could be, changes that are happening around work. Maybe there's like a job loss that suffered you or someone, that you may be connected with, say, for instance, again, like an earth sign. If you are sort of partnered or connected with an earth sign, obviously that may affect your overall sort of feeling of financial stability and security. If it's like someone, in your household. And it could also, sometimes for me, this card is like the quote unquote divorce card. So again, it could be talking about a more literal sense of a separation. I am getting a type of separation energy, whether it's like two people, whether it's like a person from their job, a person from their money, right? Sort of like maybe some type of unexpected expense comes in. The main thing that I'm being drawn to here, especially in this first part of the year, if you look at, because I just realized, like, actually you have quite a lot of reversals. If you look at both rows, right, you have 3 reversals and then 4 on the top, but it's interspersed with the strength card, right? Again, needing to really tap into your inner strength, right? Remembering strength that you have sort of exemplified and that you've had to tap into in the past, and remembering that you always have access to that, right? Like your internal kind of superpower. And then this 7 of Pentacles here, which, 7 of Pentacles doesn't usually like feel great for me, right? I'm sorry, let me take that back. In this deck, right? In this Cosmic Tarot deck, this particular 7 of Pentacles doesn't feel great. But what I do get off of it, right? Because it kind of reminds me like it's like such a barren landscape of a little bit of like that scorched earth, right? And the only reason we do that we clear the earth, is in order to be able to rebuild, okay? So you then have the Lovers card, Gemini energy here, coming up in the month of July. So this could definitely be talking about, a soul mate connection. Again, this would be air energy, like I just mentioned, but it really could be any sign here. I am picking up on air, specifically Gemini and Aquarius, but the Aquarian energy could be, sort of like the star represents Aquarius in the tarot, and it talks about, that healing kind of energy, right? And I'm seeing references to that star energy throughout the reading, specifically in this Lovers card. And then when we get to that Ace of Cups that's coming up, that, if you notice, is currently reversed, okay? This could be someone that you sort of meet or connect with, okay, around this time of the year, around like summertime. So again, this would be July. Could also be talking about, change and transformation that's happening within a connection. Okay, so apply it however it resonates. In August, you have the Queen of Pentacles reversed here. So again, this could be talking about an earth sign that you are connected with. It could also be, talking about, again, to that sense of sort of stability, nurturing. I almost got like the term like self-parenting. Okay, and maybe that's something that you sort of need to work on, right? Really reparenting and parenting that inner child and any sort of inner child wounds or trauma. And that doesn't even necessarily have to be anything drastic, right? That could be not feeling heard, not feeling seen, not having your sort of feelings validated or acknowledged in childhood, any number of those things. Again, for some of you, this may be talking about more sort of monetary challenges, okay? But in either case, like think about it. Whether you're sort of going through, life's sort of more tangible issues, or whether you're dealing with, maybe more deeply rooted, like subconscious issues, in either of those cases, one of the main ways to sort of deal with it, right, and to be able to sort of be in the flow, which is the energy that you want to be in as a water sign, is to pour into self, right? Is to, again, sort of get that treat yourself, right, with self-love, with self-care, and do those things for yourself, do those sort of healthy, habits and practices that, again, help to ground you, as well as doing things for yourself that you enjoy, right? Whether it's treating yourself, participating in activities that you enjoy, exploring new things that you enjoy, that type of stuff, okay? So the next card that you have in September is the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, I am getting a connection here to this Prince of Wands reverse. I do feel like your intuition is maybe screaming at you about a particular person, about a situation. Again, it may sort of be something that kind of like connects with or harkens to a past connection, a past person, or like even a past sort of situation. For some of you, this may again sort of be a work related. It does feel like some people may be facing challenges around work, which then seems to sort of impact money. Okay, for part of this year. I am also getting like, the Seven of Wands can be talking about, standing your ground, right? Doing what is right for you, despite what other people may sort of be thinking. But I do feel like that could be sort of one of the challenges here for you, right? And this for some of you feels like it's maybe like a, whatever sort of lessons or experiences you might be going through now, they feel sort of like a microcosm of like a larger sort of, lifetime or like soul lesson that it is that you're supposed to take away from this particular lifetime experience and incarnation. The next card that you have is the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, so this could be talking about, again, a couple of things. This could be talking about a connection that is transitioning, right? And for me, sometimes when this Ace of Cups shows up, when we're talking about connections, it could be talking about, the sort of, not the love necessarily, because the love is sort of is formative and focal, sort of in essence, right? Love of self, love of humanity, love of other people, but and also in sort of any connections that we have, be them familial, platonic, or romantic, that love is sort of is essential and at the core of all things, right? But it's more so that like, whenever I see this Ace of Cups again in respect to a relationship, it's like the romantic feelings have gone away, that this is no longer an opportunity that is viable or sort of on the board for whatever reason, right? There are so many different reasons. Maybe it's that someone's feelings have changed. Maybe they've met someone new. Maybe, it's karmic justice again, right? Like the divine has sort of stepped in and been like, no, like too much has transpired in this connection. It's time for, someone to meet someone new or to have some new opportunities, right? That Two of Wands. And again, right, with this Ace of Cups reverse, like I was saying, in terms of that healing energy pouring into oneself, right? Because the Ace of Cups is sort of that metaphorical, you can't pour from an empty cup card, right? So it always reminds me that we have to fully pour into ourselves in order for that water to flow out and over into everything and everyone that we touch here, okay? That's coming up in October. November, you have the Four of Cups reverse. I do feel like for some of you here, okay, I'm not sure if it's you. I'm not really sure if it's, could be someone that you're connecting with, but I am just getting this energy of feeling like there's sort of a missed opportunity or that's, something that someone sort of lost out on. Again, there could be a myriad of reasons for that. And it feels like this might sort of be a repetitive sort of experience or, behavior for this person. And it could very well be, right? Maybe there are certain, you know, behavioral patterns or certain dynamics that keep playing out in a connection or in a relationship, or for a particular person in their connections and their relationships. But that's really the gold mine, right? That if someone is experiencing that they would sort of benefit from exploring, why is it that this keeps happening, right? What am I basically not learning or taking away that I keep sort of repeating the same experience and lesson? All right. So again, whether that's you, whether that's someone that you're connecting with, just keep that in mind for the end of the year. And like I said, by the end of the year here, it does feel like things really come full circle, right? I love to see this Queen of Cups, because this is your energy coming out here at the end of the year. It's showing that, you know, in December, which there's definitely this connection for me, I don't know why, between Cancer and Sagittarius. So this would be like around Sagittarius season that, you know, you're just really feeling good, you know, hopefully feeling happy, joyful, content, in a good place in terms of your heart space. And really that should be like sort of regardless of, you know, the state of like your romantic life or anything else, right? Like, how is your heart? How is your relationship with yourself? How is your faith, right? Those are really the more important things that then inform those other relationships in your life, right? Because again, those are all just microcosms and reflections as well. So let's get a few clarifiers. I apologize if you can, my dog is snoring very loudly just behind me. Okay, come on. He's being a little shy over here. They don't want to come out of their box. So I'm using the A.E. Waite Holographic Tarot for this reading. Look at this, Ace of Wands, right? So again, I feel like a new beginning, a new direction, possibly you know, a new person for some of you, a new sort of offer, opportunity, work-wise even. And I'm seeing the Eight of Cups here, right? So there is this sort of emotional detachment that's going on, whether it's actually walking away from a person, or, you know, whether if, you know, it could just, again, just be talking about heart chakra healing and transformation energy here, right, with this Death card. But I do feel like there's like, you know, someone or something that is being called to let go, might in fact be quite difficult, right? Because we do see the Death here reversed. So it can be like almost like trying to avoid death, right? Or trying to avoid a Tower moment, which is not possible. Like, it's inevitably going to happen. I guess it's, you know, really just a matter of time. And that's, again, where sort of free will and choice comes in, right? Okay, so let's clarify a few of these cards. Clarify the Prince of Wands. So for the Prince of Wands, again, could be dealing with a fire sign. You have the Five of Wands. You know, this may be, you know, someone who is a little bit like conflict prone, okay, whether they recognize this about themselves or not. Or, you know, sometimes it can just be two people, right? They can be like oil and water. They really just don't mix. You know, clarify the King of Swords reverse. So you have the Lovers card, again, could be talking about Gemini, right? We saw the Lovers over here as well. I feel like this could be talking about two soulmate sort of connections here. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles reverse, you have the Two of Wands. So look at how many cards you have coming out here, double, right? I do feel like this is saying like, what is it that you want, right? I'm almost getting like the Nine of Cups energy, that wish fulfillment energy. What is it that you want? What's going to sort of bring you, again, that sort of sense of stability and security? Clarify the Seven. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Pentacles. So for the Seven of Pentacles, you have, wow, you have the Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, right? Remember when I said I don't particularly love the Seven of Pentacles in this deck? And this is like the normal Seven of Pentacles here, with the Ace of Swords though as well. So I do feel like this is saying, you know, again, sort of what is your truth? Honor and communicate your truth, even if that's perhaps, which again could be for some of you, moving in a different direction, right? Because it's really like, it's almost like, you know, I saw like a tweet recently that was talking about how like your choice of, you know, partner, and we could extend this out to friendships even, basically where and to whom you choose to invest your energy will really affect what it is that you sort of reap and sow here, right? So it's almost like I'm seeing like there's a choice between two options, one that feels like a sort of more of like a barren landscape, and one that, you know, has promise of future growth and stability. Okay. All right, clarify the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Too many cards. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so we got 3. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, which we saw earlier. Sagittarian energy, the Emperor, Aries energy, so lots of fire energy again showing up, and the 4 of Cups, a missed opportunity. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, right? And this is the interesting thing, right? Because again, when I was saying you may be sort of disconnecting, I do feel like someone else feels like, you know, there was a lot of like, it's almost like I'm saying like, and this was this energy that I saw in one of the recent readings, maybe Taurus, which I filmed a couple days ago, as well as Libra. Okay. I think, but again, like these readings have been kind of spread out, so I don't remember, especially the later ones, that well. But it's almost like I'm seeing this energy of there's someone who, like, now that the opportunity has passed, right? Now that whatever, enough time has elapsed, or, you know, someone has met someone new, or just, you know, too many sort of hardships, whatever, have transpired in the connection, in the situation, right? It's like this person who sort of, I feel like someone who sort of held back their feelings or emotions or communication, whatever, initially, now wants to move towards that marriage potential, right? Now they want to make someone their empress. Now they want to be the emperor. Again, you know, don't pay attention to gender. Energy is non-gendered. These are just sort of the energies that I'm reading and feeling, right? And they did this because they had their own sort of, you know, people don't just do that because, you know, they don't want connection. Maybe some people do, right? I don't want to speak for everyone, but we know, right, from, you know, maybe personal experience or whatever, that it tends to be people who are hurt, right? That 9 of Wands, that Wounded Warrior card, who may sometimes hold back, right? And it's almost like a form of self-sabotage here, because now I feel like the other person is not willing to invest in the way, you know, it's almost like the role reversal, right? Is what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's get a few more clarifiers. Clarify the 7 of Wands reverse. Hold on, the card flew to the floor. Oh, 2 flew. Hold on. Sorry, Zeus. They flew into my pup. Okay. So actually there are 3 cards here. So hold on, let me put these down for just a second, collect myself. Okay. So I just did see the 9 of Cups, right? Wish fulfillment, like I said, I saw earlier. So for the 7 of Wands, you have the King of Wands, again, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Hangman, Pisces, with the Queen of Swords, air, right? So again, I'm feeling like someone, right, after much consideration, right? And let's just, like, you know, let's take the example, because we do have Mercury retrograde swiftly approaching. Let's take the example, right? Very cliche example of like an ex coming back. I do feel like, you know, someone may consider it. You may hear someone out. You may, you know, sort of listen to what it is that they have to say. But ultimately, I feel like a choice is made to sort of move into a different you know, sort of direction here. Now, again, this could be talking about, you know, in some instances, it's like maybe there's been significant change or transformation, you know, in one or sort of both partners. And so, you know, the decision is made to sort of take action and to, you know, give it another go, or again, sort of take things to sort of a newer, higher level of commitment. Apply it however it resonates here, okay? Let me just shuffle one more time, and we're going to clarify. I did just see, ooh, the Queen of Pentacles fly out. Hold on. That was just my clumsiness. Ooh, and I did just see the 10 of Cups as well. I love that. All right, let me, one more shuffle. So clarify the Ace of Cups reverse. Why do I keep dropping the cards? So you have the 5 of Cups reversed. Yeah, you know, I feel like someone has, you know, sadness or regret over this. But it is almost like I'm feeling like that little bit like too little too late, because again, I'm seeing like a new opportunity sort of on the horizon here. Could be someone that you're already connected with, or again, maybe someone that you'll meet more towards the middle of the year. Clarify the Four of Cups reverse, and then we'll get into your oracle guidance, Cancers. Clarify the Four of Cups reverse. So you have the Magician reverse. Again, could be talking about an air sign, Gemini here specifically. Again, I'm getting this energy like someone wanting something to happen. It's almost like as if by magic, and it's just like, it's almost like the time has passed. The time has passed. Or, you know, again, I hate to like repeat myself, but like too little too late kind of energy. All right, so let's get your numerology guidance. For some of you, this feels like something maybe you've been dealing with for a long time. So you could just be like, quite frankly, tired, right? Which is understandable as well. You know, it's like almost like wanting someone to sort of change or be a certain way for so long. You know, they held out, you finally moved on, they finally change, right? So karmic completion, right? Let's read for that card. That's definitely, again, could be talking about a relationship, a situation that is on its way out. Okay, so karmic completion. This card indicates the end of a karmic lesson or cycle where you have successfully cleared a contract or a debt from your past. This could refer to a challenging situation you have recently conquered in your life, or a troubling experience with an individual that involved a great deal of effort or pain. Even though there are ongoing lessons to confront throughout the course of your life, you will never have to experience this particular lesson again. This card also represents the Wheel of Fortune, where whatever goes up must also come down. Just as the tides are constantly ebbing and flowing, you are being encouraged to adopt to both the highs and lows in your life, for it is in your ability to adapt that you will make your dreams come true. By stating this too shall pass in the face of each and every experience, you will remain centered, grounded, and stable. What were we talking about throughout a large part of the reading, right? And the affirmation here says, I clear debts from my past and create a happy, harmonious life. The final card we're going to get is, I'm just creating some space over here. A Spirit Animal Oracle. This deck is by Colette Baron Reed. So we'll get one card and then close out your reading. Cancers. Again, thanks so much for your patience for these readings. I always film in order from the number of views from the last time. So again, like, share, comment, subscribe in order to get those views up so that you are earlier on. I'll only be doing one reading for January since we're, you know, already smack dab in the middle of the month. So I'm just going to do Capricorn season readings by element, hopefully this weekend. And then I'm going to do, again, one video for all the signs. I'm also still trying to do a new moon reading for y'all. I might get to that later today. We'll see. And then a full moon reading, as well as maybe a meditation. So I'm planning that out. Subscribe to my newsletter, as well as maybe social media for sure, if you want to stay apprised of that. So Waite, Raven, Spirit, trust in the magic number 66, which to me actually also speaks to a healing energy, okay? In the numerology deck, the number 66 represents healing. So Waite, Raven, Spirit, we'll read for this card and then close out the readings for you, Cancers. Trust in the magic. So nothing in the universe is random. For the interactive web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning. I love that, because I literally I'm like, I don't believe in coincidence anymore. And so coincidences have meaning, and Waite, Raven, Spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that Waite Raven is guiding you, an ally to you and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways that sorry, I'm like, what? I think there's a misspelling here. It says, in ways the eye, oh no, there's not. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Align with the light and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways the eye can't always see and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you to the magic and the miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together as if by magic, and you will see the hand of Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. The protection message says, are you being distracted by the illusion of a chaotic universe? Deep in your heart, you know the world is full of magic, and White Raven has appeared to remind you that the ways of the world can cause spiritual amnesia. Wow. That just, I don't know, that term just really resonated hard, right? Spiritual amnesia. Stay awake and alert, for Spirit wants you to enjoy the miracles all around you. Remember, the evidence of divine order can be seen everywhere. Ask for a sign and it shall be yours. Synchronicities happen all the time, so if you are in a time of challenge and feeling cynical, all you need to do is ask for a reminder. White Raven Spirit will appear to reassure you that all of this is leading to something better, for magic is in the wind. So Cancers, again, that's your 2021 year ahead spread. Again, I apologize for the delay. If the reading resonated, again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, book a reading, follow me on social media, donate if you'd like to support this channel and this work. I super appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Thanks so much for stopping by.